there, welcome back to Beauty Bees. I'm Iris. It has been a very long time. I think it's been 3 or 4 weeks since I uploaded, and I think even a week longer since I filmed. Just got a little bit busy at work, and when I was home, I wasn't necessarily feeling like putting on makeup or filming these videos. So it's been a while, but I am back. I'm filming today just some things that I purchased in April. I believe that 2 of my more recent videos were a Bath & Body Works haul and an Allure Beauty Box unboxing. And I'm not showing those items today. You've already seen them. I've gone over price information. I don't actually know that I'll be going over price information of anything in this video, but I thought I'd still check in, show what I have purchased recently. April was my birthday month, so I let myself make 2 purchases that were maybe a little outside of what I would usually buy. I've really been trying to keep away from Sleek Nail and other nail polish online ordering platforms where I feel the need to hit a free shipping threshold. But I allowed myself to do that this month. I also purchased a palette this month. So let's get into things. And let's start with the palette because I am really excited about this. This is from Viseart and it is the London Etoile palette. Now, let's take a moment to admire the front and the artwork on it. I think it is so cute with Big Ben and Tower Bridge and the Millennium Wheel and the stars above. I love little star designs. And that continues onto the back. And what's inside is also very pretty. So I have used this a couple of times so far, and I've really focused on these shades, and I like this bronzy shade. So far, so good. I feel like it's really pretty. And I really had no doubts that I was going to enjoy this palette. I have quite a few Viseart palettes. I find them to be really consistently nice quality, especially the mattes. And I find that the shimmers are not super high impact, which I actually appreciate for these types of colors. I find these neutrals really easy to wear to work. So was very happy with that, and it was a nice little birthday gift to myself. I purchased several nail polishes this month. These 2 I ended up getting from Target. So I am running low, or I was running low on top coat. So I decided to buy 3 top coats this month, which was maybe an overreaction, but I'm not unhappy with the purchases I made. So first, I just got a backup of the Sally Hansen Insta-Dry. This is their Clearly Quick top coat. I've probably used up like 6 of these on my channel. I do really like this. And I quite like how quickly this dries. I do feel like it is a little bit quicker than some other polish toppers that I've tried. I also really just like the brush style on these Sally Hansen Insta-Dry polishes. They're a very thick brush. And I find that it works really well on my fingers. I find the application really fast. So was happy to have this again. And then while I was ordering that on Target, I found myself pulled in by this shade. This is Gain Momentum. And it ended up being a little bit less blue than I thought it was going to be and a little bit lighter. I thought this was going to be a little bit on the minty side of blue, but it's more of a minty green. It's a pretty shade. I'm actually panning a shade that's fairly similar to this right now. Side by side, I can see that they are not anywhere close to identical, but like they're close enough that I probably didn't need both. However, hopefully in a couple of months, I will not have that older Wet n Wild polish anymore. So this will be my new replacement. And it is a really pretty polish. I have swatched it out and it's stunning. There's a reason that I've purchased that type of color probably more like 3 or 4 times over my nail polish wearing history. It's because it's gorgeous. And like I alluded to earlier, I allowed myself to make a little bit of a larger nail purchase online from Sleek Nail. Now they're a stockist that has some indie brands and they carry a lot of mainstream brands as well. And they tend to be a little bit cheaper than you would find at like Ulta or Walmart or something. So I purchased 2 more top coats. I got the Orly Glosser, which I've been using this the last few times I've done my nails, and I quite like it. I feel like I might end up shifting from the Sally Hansen to this Orly one because this is a really nice size bottle. This is 18 mils, whereas I believe the Sally Hansen is 9.5. 9.2 mils. So it's twice as much product. It's like $1 more. And I find that the performance is pretty similar. It's maybe a little bit slower drying, but oh well. Honestly, top coat is a step that I tend to skip if I want things to be dry super quickly anyway. I also purchased the KB Shimmer Clearly on Top. This fulfills a little bit of a different role in my stash than the Orly or the Sally Hansen. This is really nice for topping nail art. So one thing that you'll often find with toppers is that they sort of reliquify the polish underneath. So if you have nail art, it can smear a little bit when you apply top coat. And I've run into that with the Sally Hansen. I've run into that with effectively every top coat I've tried except for this one. This is anti-smear and it works really well. I've had this before. I used up a bottle, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 months ago, and I'm really happy to have this back. Maybe that will be enough to get me to actually do nail art again, but probably not. And then at Sleek Nail, I also purchased 4 polishes. So first we have this KB Shimmer polish that looks absolutely stunning in the bottle. This is Now and Zen. I actually have this on my toes right now. I'm not going to show you my toes, you know, no jump scare here. But it is this sort of periwinkle base and it shifts to like a cerulean and more of a purple. It's just lovely. Now I am wearing this on my toes, just this polish, and it took 4 coats to really build up to a nice opacity. I think that in the future I will probably just put this over a blue and that will probably give me the shift that I want. And that's kind of nice because if you put it over a blue versus a purple versus I think you could even do a green, you'll probably get a slightly different effect with each of those. So I've used that one, really enjoyed it. This one I have not tried on yet. This one is from Maniology, and it is the shade, it's not called Swatch Me, Hatha, and it is maybe showing up on camera as like a light peach shade for some reason, but this is, I would say, just a little bit too orange to be camel. It is a very orange-brown shade. I think this will be perfect for fall. I really do like this type of color in autumn. And this is a stamping polish. I don't know that I'll necessarily use it as a stamping polish. It is a really nice consistency and builds up really quickly, so that's always good. But we will see. I love this, what is this? Color Club. This is from their Naturally line. I love this color. It is so like Pepto-Bismol pink. I wore this on my fingers for about a week and just adored it. I think it's so fun. the opacity on this one is really nice. I think I did 2 coats just because I was already applying polish, and I think that like one finger on my left hand needed like a little bit more to reach full opacity, but it was pretty darn close to being a 1 coat polish. And this color is something that seems like it exists in a lot of lines, but I don't have anything super similar to this. So it was a good addition to my stash. And then last but certainly not least, I tried my first magnetic. Well, I've tried it on a swatch ring. I haven't actually tried it on my fingers yet, but this is from Ice Cream Nails, their Plus line. Now, if you've ever seen those polishes that look like little ice cream cones, they're from this brand. They're like actually decent quality apparently, though they really do look like kids' makeup. And this is a magnetic, meaning that it has magnetic pigment in it, which I bought a little magnet to go with it. Let me show you. But let's maybe do this on the side. In this case, when you apply the magnet, you really push away that purple pigment and you're left with this darker base color. It's really neat on the swatch ring, and I don't think I'm gonna wear this super soon just because this is not really, for me, the vibe for May, but in October, November, oh, I'm gonna be all over this. Super excited for it. So that's it for Sleek Nail. The last several items are all actually from the same shopping trip. I went out to Bath & Body Works, and then while I was there, I found myself doing a quick look through Marshall's. So at Bath & Body Works, I ended up picking up like some hand sprays for my mom, those antibacterial sprays. She really likes those and she goes through them like water because she's a teacher. She substitutes now, so she's already in classes where there are germs present. So she's been going through those pretty quickly, and I picked them up because they were on sale. I also got myself 3 mini sunscreens and one of these candle holders. I mean, not really part of the beauty budget, but thought I would show this because it's where I've been keeping the sunscreens. I really like these. So earlier in the month, I ended up getting, I think, 3 of the larger size, but they were running a sale on minis and these were included, and they were $2.95. Now, regular price, these are $12.95, which is absolutely ridiculous. Don't pay $12.95. $2.95 is a lot more reasonable. So I got 3 of the sunscreen sprays. These are not for the face, these are for the body. So I got At the Beach, which I actually used up one of these last year and really enjoyed it. Waikiki Beach Coconut and Tahiti Isle. Now I have these 2 in the larger size, and I've been using them in the larger size. This Tahiti Isle I had not seen before. I will put up scent notes if I can find them. I thought this one smelled a lot more like sunscreen than most of the other ones did, but I didn't mind it. I quite liked it. I've been using these really regularly. There's one sitting at like every exit to my home, so I can just spritz on some sunscreen, give it a quick rub in, and be ready to go. It's really convenient. I wanted these little guys so I could stick them in my purse or in, I guess calling it a doggy bag sounds like a takeout bag, but you know, the bag that I tend to take with me if I'm going on an outing with Beetle. So very happy to have those. And then at Marshall's, I found actually quite a few lip products, but I only brought 2 home with me. So I purchased 2, what are these called? Plump Shots from Buxom. I've only had these for a few days at this point, and I've only tried the shade Flush. I think these were $8.99 each, which I thought was very reasonable. And I don't know that I've ever... That's not true. I've tried some, a couple of lip glosses from Buxom in little Sephora sets, but oh, that is not showing up on my hand at all, is it? You can sort of see it in the light on my lips and actually in person too. I can see that it is sort of a rose gold, quite shimmery gloss. Actually, let's put some over what I'm wearing today. It's pretty. It definitely has the minty tingle to it. I would say that if you have sensitive lips, you'll probably want to skip this one. It has that tingle and it sticks around. I don't find it painful, and there are some lip plumpers that I find painful. This one, not painful, but I can definitely feel it. Even like an hour or two later, I can still feel it on my lips. And the other shade that I got is Dolly, which is a cream. And that one definitely has more color. I think that'll be really pretty. That actually looks so much like the shade that I'm wearing today. After, you know, mixing all the things that I currently have on my lips. Turns out I could have just used this and gotten the same effect. Good to know. So these were my little Marshalls purchase. They had some really nice lip products and just makeup in general. They had some Kaja bento boxes that I took out of my cart because I was like, I don't really need to spend like $60 here on a whim. They had some NARS lipsticks, some MAC ones that were in a little bit bolder of shades. There was one that was like a quite pink coral that I thought would be really fun for spring, but decided I probably wouldn't wear quite enough to justify the purchase. I was really impressed. I hadn't done much looking at Marshalls before. I go to TJ Maxx semi-regularly, maybe every, I don't know, 4 months or so I find myself in there and I find things that I like, but I've never been to Marshalls, and that might have to be added onto my little roster. Anyway, that is what I purchased in April. It was a heavier month, and this does include like the first week and a half of May. So I definitely need to slow things down a little bit. I do not need to be bringing a bunch of Bath & Body Works products in all the time. I don't need to be bringing a bunch of makeup in all the time. But I am really happy with what I got, and I intended for this month to be a little bit on the heavier side. I knew that with my birthday, I wanted to spoil myself a little bit. So in the month of May, and then let's include June, I want things to be a little bit lighter. I would like to spend, let's say, around $70. I feel like that is pretty reasonable, and I feel like I don't really need anything right now. Maybe some little things will come up. You know, I might need to re-up on like nail polish remover or something, but we can handle that, and my budget can definitely accommodate any needs that come up, as well as a few wants. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. Please consider liking and subscribing if you did, and I hope I see you guys in the next one. Bye, y'all.